is moving in the direction of your thoughts. If you're always dwelling on your problems, I can promise you, you're going in the wrong direction. You need to change your thinking. Start dwelling on the solution. You got to dwell on the fact that God still has a great plan in store for your life. You may have gone through a lot of disappointments. 2002 may not have turned out like you'd have hoped. People may have treated you wrong. You may have suffered some big setbacks. But you need to know God still has good things in store for you. You never come to a dead end with God. He's always got a new beginning. When one door closes, God will always open up a bigger and better door. That's just the way God is. But you've got to do your part and stay in an attitude of faith. You've got to stay filled with hope. If you make the mistake of dwelling on the enemy's lies and you sink into that negative frame of mind, then you are stopping God from working in your life. And this is an ongoing battle. We never get to a place where we don't have to deal with the negative, destructive thoughts of the enemy. And the sooner we all learn how to guard our mind and control our thought life, the better off we're going to be. Most of you know, for the past year and a half or so, we've been in a lawsuit over the Compact Center. In December of 2001, we signed a 60-year lease with the city of Houston.
Hey, Team Mile Seekers, welcome to the Wednesday night, not Tuesday. Welcome to the Wednesday night M3 Lifestyle Team Hangout. Great to see all of you. 1 second, guys. It's just been a madhouse around here. Okay, fine. Fine. How many of you folks know what I was listening to when I started this hangout? How many of you recognize that voice? Oh, you know what? I can't see your comments. Let me go here and see your comments. Oh, okay. Of course, Michelle would be the first name that I see that just attracts to me. And you're right, Michelle. And listen, folks, I want to, again, welcome everybody. I want to explain something to you guys really, really quick, especially those of you that might have just joined our team. You're brand new and maybe you're watching the recording, because normally we have these on Tuesday nights. And, just got really busy, had to move it to a Wednesday. You heard Joel mentioning some things. He mentioned the word God a few times. I want to be very clear, folks. I certainly do not want to pass my beliefs off on any of you. Trust me, that's not my intention at all. I'm not looking to create a cult, okay? We are a team, folks. So, if anyone here doesn't believe, I didn't mean to offend you. I apologize. And I'll tell you something, folks. By the way, I do believe, but the reason why I was listening to that, folks, okay, because I was listening to a marketing message, believe it or not. I'm always looking for ways to get the edge to increase my skills, as all of you should be doing as well. So that was actually an excerpt from a training by one of my mentors, Frank Kern. But you didn't know that, huh? Yeah, Frank was demonstrating how powerful it is to, and folks, what we're going to talk about tonight, I'm just getting right into it, guys, because kind of had you guys waiting a little bit. Frank was talking about how, as a marketer, okay, if you want to be successful, guys, and listen, this is for each and every one of you. I do not care. I don't care if you just join the 4% today. You don't even know what it is, okay? And you just recently jumped online like yesterday, okay? The elements of making you an incredible marketer, which means a fatter bank account, has to deal with things that are not really attached to online marketing. Things outside of online marketing. You want to know why Vic, you all know Vic, right? Vic Stryzus. You want to know one of the reasons why Vic is so successful? He builds his marketing and his perspective is on things that are outside of marketing. Yes, you need to know all the skills. copy, landing pages, creating systems at some point, even creating a small funnel. You need to know those things, but at the same time, that's where the majority of marketers are stuck in this bubble. The 90%, they're like stuck. They're like, well, I'm doing the same thing that Miles and Vic are doing, but I'm not getting the same results. It's because we also think outside of marketing. Now, maybe you folks do that as well. I don't know. But it depends on what you're thinking about and how you think. So what Frank was talking about, Frank Kern, and the reason why he had that excerpt from Joel Osteen is because, and Vic talked about this a little bit last week. Again, I'm going to ask you guys a lot of questions tonight because I don't know. And folks, I'm not being facetious. I need to ask you guys some questions. And any question that I ask you is because I care about you. I care about your welfare. I mean, I want to see you succeed online. Why else are you here? You could be watching TV right now or out bowling or doing whatever. You could be at the mall shopping with the rest of the Walking Dead, but you're here, guys, and I appreciate the fact that you're here. So again, Vic talked about this about a week or two ago on one of his trainings. He was talking about how to create a character. Again, we're marketers, guys. How do you create your character, guys? How to think of it this way, folks. I want to make sure you folks are all here because the stuff I'm going to share with you guys, it amazes me. And folks, I am not sitting here like patting myself on the back at all, team. You know me. But it amazes me the amount of information that I've been able to accumulate in the last 5 years in this little noggin right here. But I'm really, really happy about that because I love being able to share it with you folks. I really do. So Vic talked about as a marketer, and again, I know some of the concepts that he talks about. I know for a fact that some people just don't get it, or they don't think it's important, or they're also thinking, well, that can't be me right now. I've just started. What Miles and Vic are talking about, I can't do that right now. Maybe I can do that later when more people get to know me. Wait a minute. Isn't that a catch-22? If you don't start doing the things right now to build yourself as a, quote, character, a leader, we call it a superhero, then how's anyone going to get to know you or get attracted to you? Oh, I know. You want to be an undercover marketer. You want to make a lot of money, but you don't want anybody to know who you are. You don't want to put yourself out there. Is that what it is? No, I don't think that's what it is. I think that 99% of the people listening to me, I think that they're willing to do anything, well, legally, to increase their bank account. So again, there's certain components that you need to develop outside of your marketing skills, and they're internally, team. They're internally is where it starts. It starts here, and then it expands. It pushes outwards, and people will see that. They'll feel it. And you know what, folks? Marketing can be so much fun. It can, guys, but you've got to get it up here. You've got to separate yourself, metaphorically. You've got to separate yourself from, I don't know how to say this, guys. Help me. You got to separate yourself from the regular people. You know what I mean? Mentally. I'm not saying that, we're in this marketing club and we're better than everybody else. No, we're trying to develop our skills so we can help more people, starting with ourselves, our family, our friends, our community. We want to help people, but it's got to start with you guys. It's really got to start with you. And, the marketers that are really smart and know what's going on, know what's happening behind the scenes. I'll tell you something, guys. I just got them telling you this business is so much fun, and it is fun. So since you know it's fun, since Miles is telling you it's fun, why don't you start doing fun things? For example, every single marketer, I just said this, guys, every single marketer their goal should be able to develop themselves into some type of character. Not in a bad way, in a good way. Actually, let's take it a step further, because this is a fun business. All of you guys should be thinking about developing yourself into what we like to call a superhero. Seriously, guys, a superhero. That's fun. Think about that. Come on. Can you remember when you were little? And I don't want to date anybody here, okay? But you remember Superman and Batman and Spider-Man and Wonder Woman, Catwoman. Yeah, Catwoman was a Batman. But here's the thing, folks, and I could go on. Some of you comic book heads, you know what I'm talking about. And there's new superheroes today. As a marketer, and guys, you don't need to go telling anybody what you're doing. Keep it in here, because most people couldn't understand. But you, my friend, as you're going through your marketing path, your marketing journey, one of your goals, you have many goals, but one of your goals should be to develop yourself as a, quote, superhero. And what do superheroes have, guys? Come on, let's get some interaction, team. What do superheroes have? They have powers. They have powers like other mere mortals don't have. But as marketers, guys, we're not talking about flying. We're not talking about being invisible or what was that, Aquaman or something? We're talking about defining what our skill set is, what we want to be known for. In other words, years ago, folks, I think all of you know this, years ago, Vic Stryzus dubbed himself the king of online traffic. The king. That means he's number one in the whole world. He's the king of online marketing. Folks, I didn't even know that they took a survey. I didn't even know they had a competition who was, but that's not important, because in Vic's world, in Vic's universe, he said, you know what? I learned from one of my mentors that to really stand out, to really get noticed, to become a personality, to become a character, I need to make a determination to define what is my superpower. In other words, what do I want to be known for? Am I the YouTube king? Am I the Facebook king? No. And by the way, folks, those are all forms of traffic. Vic, of course, Vic, he took it a step further. He says, no, I'm not saying that Facebook is my specialty. I'm not saying paid media, is my specialty. I'm not saying Facebook PPC is my specialty. I'm not saying banner ads is my specialty. I'm saying that I'm the king of it all. All the traffic strategies, I'm the king. And you know what, folks? Over time, the people that started to get attracted to Vic started to resonate with him, including you and I. I remember when I first met him, I said, wow, this guy must know a lot. He's the king of online traffic. I guess I'm in the right place. Because I can remember back in 2012, I was looking for somebody to teach me traffic generation. And who do I run into? None other than the king, not the prince, not the pauper, but the king of online traffic. And folks, I'm telling you, is it lying? No, it's not lying. Who says that Vic, king of online traffic? I can tell you there's somebody else somewhere saying that they are the #1 traffic guy. And I'm sure that there's some young lady somewhere saying that she's the queen of online traffic. Do you know? I'm on almost everybody's list, almost everybody. And I'm not going to mention any names. I do not like embarrassing people, guys. But there's a lady. She's a 4%er. I will say that. And you all heard about the crypto craze. Bitcoin is just, it's going crazy. And it's going crazy for good reason. There is some real legitimacy to the crypto market, mining, all that stuff. Anyway, she, because I follow people. I follow you too. She recently joined a crypto network marketing program, but they're promoting Bitcoin. And I believe she probably joined about 3 weeks ago, is when I started getting her emails. But do you know, even though she's been, you know what, I'll take it further. Let's say she's been doing it for a month. It's only been about 3 weeks, but let's give her a month. Do you know that she's now the crypto queen? That's how she, that's the salutation on her email, guys. She is the crypto queen. Now, some of us, people that really know her, might say, well, you're no crypto queen. You're just learning yourself. You don't know anything. Those people that are saying that, do they really matter? The people that are on her list and social media, okay, they don't know how long she's been involved with crypto. Now, she's not lying. Now, as long as she keeps it on the up and up and she's not saying, oh, I've been doing crypto for 5 years. I've never seen that in her email. In fact, she's never said how long she's been doing it. Hopefully, she doesn't get pinned in a corner and somebody says, well, crypto queen, how long have you been doing it? If that happens, she should tell the truth. But in most cases, folks, no one's going to ask you that. So what I'm saying, guys, and I admit, folks, I do admit, I'm giving you not a 30,000-foot overview of how to develop yourself into a marketer. Folks, I'm not talking about branding. Branding's overrated. I'm really giving you guys a 100,000-foot view. Because, folks, even if you're brand new to the 4%, this is something you need to start thinking about now. What do you want to be known for? When people say, hey, when people say, hey, Mark Anthony, or hey, Charles, or hey, Lauren, in our marketing community, guys, I'm not talking about outside the community. I'm talking about in our online community. When they think of you, what do they think of? Because I'll be honest with you guys, right now, I'm even in the process. I've been in it for a while. I'm in the process of trying to define what is my superpower. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not so good at. Nobody's good at everything, guys. If you think you're fooling yourself. But what you can also do, guys, again, and don't sweat over it, guys. Don't sweat over it. Just do your thing. Do your stuff. Because over time, people may dub you as something. In other words, you may not always see yourself the way other people see you. And people might start recognizing you as a certain thing. And then you'll say, hey, everybody keeps talking about that. I guess I must be pretty good at that. Folks, this is something you need to think about, because what you want to do, folks, and listen, I'm telling you guys, and I think I'm saying it clearly, because I don't want to talk about something that's over your head, especially if you're brand new to online marketing. I really don't want to do that. I think everyone here, regardless if you're new or not, you can grasp, what I'm saying. And let me break it down even further. Raw and very real. To make money in this industry, I'm not talking about the automobile industry or healthcare, or no, guys. I'm talking about the online marketing. That's all this industry, the one we all love. To make money in this industry, guys, you have got to present yourself as an attractive, write this down, folks. You've got to present yourself as an attractive character. Now, I don't have it right in front of me. Maybe it's over there on my desk, but I have it's a laminated, like a PowerPoint that I've been promising forever that I was going to share with you guys. I am going to share it with you. And I've been promising you so long that Those of you that went to the 4% conference, you had a chance to see it. Okay, you had a chance to see it because Dave Van Hoos, it's that formula he talks about when you're creating your story up, story down. Folks, even if you're communicating with your list, God forbid if you're creating a campaign, an actual launch, you need to follow that blueprint. And you do you do not need to spend 10,000 or 50,000 or whatever to actually implement that. Should you take some Dave Van Hoos trainings at some point? Yes. He knows his stuff. I'll admit that. I plan to take some of his trainings. But that doesn't mean, excuse me, guys, that doesn't mean you can't start implementing some of those principles. What are those principles, Miles? Well, we're going to talk about that. That's why I'm here. Going to share with you. But again, start thinking now, guys. Now, maybe some of you already know. Maybe some of you already know. You're like, well, I kind of really like Facebook. I like YouTube. You know, I like buying email media. You know, I really just like buying data, you know, buying clicks, and my specialty is, you know, once I get them on my list, you know, is converting them, how to move people. Maybe you're, you know, maybe you're good on video. Maybe you're a good talker. Maybe you're a good connector with people. You're just good with people. Because again, folks, in our own little universe, again, your company, your business, that's your world. You follow me? That's your world, guys. And within your world, team, within your world, your business, you want to create what we call a mass movement. You want to create a mass movement, folks. And again, the reason why Frank Kern was pointing out brother Joel Osteen is because Joel has created, folks, a mass movement of followers. Yes or yes? He has, guys. Now think about this. Check this out, guys. I'm not saying that, you know, you need to get up on the pulpit and start speaking. You got thousands of people. No, folks. 5 people on your list. Let's say 10. If there's 10 people on your list, your goal as a marketer should really be to try to create, metaphorically, a mass movement. Because I don't know about you guys, but in my business, Sonia and I'm going somewhere. See, guys, listen, if you just stay stagnant, just right where you are, and you're not getting better every day, you're not improving every day, you're not learning something every day, you're going nowhere, you know? So let's take the assumption, because you folks are the M3 lifestyle team. I'm making the assumption that you folks, every day you're getting better, you're working on your skill set, you're going somewhere. Assumption. Now, the next thing you need to do, or you should be doing that from day one, trying any way you can. Okay? You should be creating this, metaphorically, mass movement, and you should be bringing other people with you. And folks, when I say with you, I'm not talking about buying. I'm not talking about, oh, okay, so, you know, you're bringing people with you to sell them stuff. No, that's mistake number one. But the way you think, you know, the vision you have for yourself, your business, okay, that's yours, but people to get wind of it. You want other people to at least take a look at it. You want other people to start thinking about the things you're thinking about, valuing the things that you're valuing, okay? And the only way you're going to be able to do that, folks, the only way, because this is not my opinion, this is life, guys, is to become what we call an attractive character. An attractive character. Again, There's a lot of competition in this world. There's a lot of competition in our business. Am I right? You join program ABC. 1,000 other people join program ABC. Why would they want to join you versus Henry? Why? Because listen, folks, as human beings, again, it's important that you understand yourself, how you think, what you value. Because I can tell you something, guys, what you think and what you value, pretty much everybody else feels the same way. Am I right? We pretty much all want the same thing. Those of us with children, we want the best for our children. We want them to do better than us. We want them to go to good school. We want them to have a happy life. I don't care if you're from India, Russia, Singapore. We all want the same things. Marketer, folks, you need to let people know that you stand for something. This is what I stand for, guys. M3 Lifestyle Team. I think some of you know. If you don't, I'll tell you. But I think most of you know what I stand for. Cool. I want you folks to come with me somewhere. Okay. I want you folks to come with me. Okay. And also, I will admit, when you've had some success, it doesn't have to be massive success, team, but when you've had some success and you demonstrate, write that down. Write down the word demonstrate, guys. And you demonstrate how you can help other people, they'll be much more inclined to come along with you. See, folks, it's not all about, I really believe that some marketers are starting to confuse people. It's not all about showing people, the results that you've gotten, okay? And that's good, but what people really want, folks, what do you want? Demonstrate to them how to do a certain thing. And, they don't even have to do it. You follow me, team? They don't even have to actually get the result. You as a marketer, you just want them to believe that they can do it. In other words, you're demonstrating something. Demonstrating it, keeping them interested, you're demonstrating it. They start to say to themselves, you know what? Yeah, I see what he's saying now. I see what she's saying now. I think I can do that. And folks, you can do that. Well, it's kind of hard to do it through email copy, but I mean, you can certainly do it, okay, through video. You can do it through Facebook Lives, okay? Again, just telling somebody, listen, you might not have known, but this is what you need to do to get here. And then they say, okay, yeah, I think I can do that. Then you give them the next step. Okay, step 2. This is what you have to do to get here. Frank Kern talks about it, and what he calls it, and I talked about this before too, team. He calls it escape and arrival. So what do most people want to do, team? Seriously, what do most people want to do? Let's say, let me pick on somebody. McCoy, my brother. So wherever you're at right now in your business, professionally, financially, spiritually, even, where you are right now, McCoy. You see, by the way, folks, the stuff we're talking about here, a lot of other marketers, they don't talk about this stuff. And that's exactly why 98, forget the 4%. 96, forget that. I would, you know what? I'm writing down my new number. It is the number. 98.9. See, there's a folks. 98.9% of marketers fail. It's a something. And this is not the knock on anybody here, because you folks are going somewhere. This is just how it is. Most marketers that are doing this, if they had nothing else, no other job or nothing, they could not pay their bills. That's going to change for all of you. It's going to, if you listen to me. And some of you won't. I know you won't. And the reason why you won't, and folks, it's nothing against you. Trust me. It's called human nature. It's called being beat up, bamboozled, led astray, join this, join that, invest 10,000 here, invest 25,000 here. I'm going to change your life. And it doesn't work. Can you blame people? Seriously, can you blame people? And I'm telling you, folks, this is my number. I don't need to look at government stats or your stats or anybody else's. This is Miles's number. 98.9% of marketers, online marketers, are failing, struggling, failing, keeping afloat. To the next month, but the water, it's rising. Oh, back to McCoy. So where was I at, brother? I kind of went off. Let me refresh this. I kind of went off on a tangent a little bit. It'll come back to me. McCoy, let me see if you're paying attention. Okay. What example was I going to use, including you? And I just remembered it now. I want to see if you'll remember it. We'll come back to it. I'm looking at your comments, McCoy. So, team, this is the type of stuff that's going to separate you from all of the struggling marketers out there. Again, to me, this business, it's so much fun. Sonia and I have been so blessed. We've made a lot of money, guys. You know that. We've made a lot of money, seriously. And I'm smiling about it, but it's really not a laughing thing, because there is a part of this business that bothers me. You don't believe me? Ask Sonia. She'll tell you the truth. She won't lie to you. Sonia doesn't lie. There's a part of this business that bothers me. It bothers me. And it's because when I started back in early 2013, I was taught to develop a community of people around me. That is one of the most important things you can do, guys. It's powerful. But again, there's a downside to that. The downside was, in most cases, a lot of my team they weren't getting the results that I was getting. Now, I admit there's all different situations. Some just weren't doing the work. Some just weren't, they weren't doing what they're supposed to do. Weren't showing up for meetings. They just weren't doing the work. They weren't running traffic. Just weren't doing it. I'm talking about the ones who did all the right things. Okay, and then, folks, it doesn't matter. Well, time-wise, it matters, but it really doesn't matter if the traffic is paid or organic. If you're just focusing on organic traffic, you can get results, guys. It's going to be longer. It's going to be more time-consuming and all that. But seriously, folks, I really just got tired of. It got very frustrating. I'm starting to say to myself, okay, so it really doesn't matter where I go, what company I go with, whatever. But there's going to be a percentage of people that are trying like crazy, and they're still not going to get results. And the reason why they're not getting results, because somewhere within that system or that program, something is broken. Okay, because again, we're all different. In fact, it's really not even fair. You have two people join a company, and the one person's kind of built a persona. They've had a following, the social media, whatever. They've had results they can talk about. Well, human nature, most people are attracted to that. All right, fine. That's good for her. But what about the guy over here that's brand new, doesn't have any results, doesn't have a following? Shouldn't that system or that program work for them as well? It's like a catch-22. Yeah, guys, it should. It should. And let's swing it back. Let's swing it back to the 4%. Let's swing it back. And guys, I want to be clear here. I am not here to bash the 4%. Come on. Why would I do that? But what I am telling you, the training, the strategies within the 4%, personally, I believe they're incredible. I believe they're incredible. But at the same time, I don't think that, depending on what your level is, I don't think that everybody can adapt to it as quickly as they should. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, that means that it's going to take a little longer for some people. And again, as human beings, we want immediate results. We need immediate results because many of us are working on a tight budget. And when that budget runs out, what happens, guys? What happens? We stop. As a matter of fact, that's right, McCoy. We'll come back to that, brother. We'll come back to that. Because time is fleeting, guys. It's fleeting. And we'll come back to that. I will not forget, McCoy. I want to go over some stuff with you guys. Guys, I'm just going to just shift a little bit. Remember, everything we just talked about, it's going to apply. It's going to apply to everything I'm going to cover with you guys tonight. And I'm going to tell you something. I could sit here and talk about landing pages. I could talk about the 4%. I can do demonstrations on how to create landing pages. I can tell you when I do Facebook ads, which ads I'm using. You know, Facebook is incredible, but it's a moving target. I think there needs to be a training somewhere on how to not get your account shut down. Actually, there is, but there needs to be a training on how to get it back. That happens to a lot of you, I know. So, but I don't think that's what you guys really need, because that stuff, you can really get it anywhere. You can get the training. You folks really need the stuff that I've been talking about for the last 35, 40 minutes. That's the stuff you should be thinking about. That's the stuff, that's the skill set you should be trying to develop, and make it fun. Make it fun, guys. So, team, bear with me. Let me get through some team stuff, and then I think I had some questions for you guys. I think I did. Trying to remember what they were. So, guys, I do want to make an announcement. If I didn't make it 2 weeks ago, I think we just missed last week, guys. I do want to make an announcement, so I'll just come out and just say it. This is a 4% meeting. Okay, again, we're gonna, most of our time will be talking about the 4%. How to grow and improve your 4% business. Okay, so I just want to make that very clear, guys. But at the same time, folks, I'm just letting all of you know, and I think all of you know this by now, unless you've been on a deserted island. I would not say my business has shifted, but I've included something. Sonia and I, we've included another MSI. Again, our business strategy, guys, is pure M3. We are now starting to incorporate some M2. I'll never go back to M1. Forget that. But we're starting to incorporate some M2. All right, which is the investing side. And again, even we're talking about Bitcoin, crypto. I mean, that's can be quite volatile, but that's all M2. But in M3, guys, I'm telling you, it's where it's at, because listen, you and I both have only 24 hours a day. I don't care, somebody that I look up to, somebody that I actually follow, you guys probably didn't know this, but Sir Richard Branson, billionaire, multi-billionaire, but Sir Richard, he only has 24 hours. Me and Richard are the same. Did you know that? Me and Sir Richard Branson, we are the same, guys. We got the same number of hours. We got blood flowing through our veins. We're both good-looking guys. Team. But Richard's got a lot more money than me and a lot more connections. That's where we're different, okay? But team, the way Richard was able to build his empire is by using an M3 strategy. Because, guys, listen, I know some of you think I don't sleep, but I do. I just don't sleep when you do, okay? But here's the thing, guys. When I do sleep, my business can't stop. I don't get a paycheck on Friday or every 2 weeks. I don't. Now, I haven't gotten a paycheck in like I don't know, 10 years, I guess 12 years. I don't know, longer than that. So when I do take a nap or I do get a full night's rest, to be at the level that I want to be at, my business still has to keep going. Come in 24 hours a day. In other words, while I'm sleeping, I need to have incorporated something, where I can earn money while I sleep. Now, the objective, the mission of the 4%, the ecosystem that Vic talks about is to be able to do that. And it does do that. It does do that. I earn a lot of money from ClickFunnels, ClickMagick. I've been bringing in 4%. You guys haven't seen me posting like new members, but guys, I've been bringing in new members. I just don't know who they are, but they've been coming in, and I really haven't been driving much. To be honest with you guys, I've just kind of been too busy to drive traffic. Boy, what a problem to have. But they're coming in. So to a degree, the system does do it. And it's still building. I'm not saying nothing here that Vic would not say, because Vic knows. He knows he's behind on Operation 100K. Okay? He's missed some of the daily Vic coachings. And now he's getting into crypto. Vic, I love you, brother, but you need a bigger staff. Okay? You need a bigger staff. I'm just telling you. And no, I love you, brother. I don't want to work for you. I'm building my own business. But so yeah, guys, to really break through and be able to do this full time and just eliminate your job, you need to incorporate something that's going to allow you to really incorporate an M3 strategy. Folks, we are the M3 lifestyle team. The last time I checked. What is that? All of you should know. All of you should know Bob Proctor's M3 income earning strategy by heart. What are we doing, folks? There's 24 hours a day. I don't care how hard I work. When that 24 hours, even if I don't sleep, when that 24 hours is up, game over. A new day starts again. So all I can work with, folks, all I can do is work with Charles. All I can do is work with this time frame of 24 hours. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. And, we're sole proprietors. I mean, Sonia helps me out. I mean, even if I have a virtual assistant, whatever, I don't really count them. I mean, they can do some things, but they're not doing income producing activities. They might be doing clerical stuff or whatever. So how do we do that, folks? How do we increase our time? How do we get more time as entrepreneurs? In other words, within that 24 hours, how can we expand our time? How can I take my 24 hours and turn it into 36? Turn it into 48 hours. In other words, replicate myself. How can I do that? I want to turn my 24 hours into, maybe 96. How am I going to do that? By hiring people? No, I don't want to hire people. I don't want to be an employer. But I can do it. Okay? I can increase my time through the efforts of others. That's what M3 is, guys. Increasing your time through the efforts of others. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to be like an employer where like they're slaves. You're just using those people. No. Those people that are giving you, their effort. In other words, they're adding to your business. Their production. Okay. In other words, think about this, guys. Let's say that let's say Mark. So I'm Mark. I'm part of your team. You're growing this team. You're using an M3 strategy, and I'm part of your team. Now, my production is going to increase your time output. Man, I should be doing this on the whiteboard. My production is going to increase your time output. It's going to elevate that 24 hours that you have. In other words, maybe now, because you got me, maybe now your 24 hours has turned into 32 hours. You see? 32 hours or 30 or 36 hours. But here's the thing. I don't feel like I'm doing anything for you. I'm building my own business. I'm not everything I do. It's going in my bottom line. I'm not paying you. I might be paying for access to the system if we're using a system, but technically I'm not paying you. I'm paying for access to the tools, the system, the whole infrastructure of the system. And by the way, guys, that's what you're paying for. Just like in the 4%, you're not paying your sponsor $22 a month. Yeah, your sponsor is reaping the benefits, but you're not really paying. You're paying $49 a month unless you're a lifetime member. You're paying $49 a month to access to the infrastructure, the marketing, the platform, the landing pages that they create, all that stuff. That's really what you're paying for. Okay. But think about this, guys. To have a perfect storm, to have the right type of business, you need to incorporate M3, pure M3 strategy. See, a lot of people out there, they think they're incorporating the M3 strategy. They're really not. It's not pure, guys. It's really not. Pure is when the people's efforts that you're benefiting from, they don't notice it because they're building their own business. They're building their own business. And as they build, the more they build, and network marketing is a perfect example. The more they build, okay, somebody above them or even somebody below them is going to benefit. But guess what? Somebody below them, okay, somebody below that person, somebody below me, I'm going to benefit from that person below me, but they don't know it. It doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect their bottom line because of the way the system is designed. Again, and I love network marketing, guys. You just reminded me, I don't know if they're sold out, but I want to make sure I get my ticket for Eric Worre, the big network marketing event he has every year in December. I missed it for the last 2 years. But here's what else I'll tell you. Robert Kiyosaki. Listen, guys, I don't listen to, I don't know about you, but I don't listen to these other marketers that they'll use marketing tactics and skills. And folks, I learned how to do it. I learned from the best. They'll use marketing tactics and skills to put down other opportunities, other forms of marketing, like, oh, network marketing is so bad. Oh, e-commerce is so bad. That's BS, guys. They're all good. As long as it's not a, quote, scam or it's not a pyramid scheme. If it's none of those things, guess what? It's legal and you can make money with it. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So when I started in this industry, the first form of online marketing that I did was network marketing. And I loved it. Well, again, that's just me. I do like working with people. And I understand that with those other people, with my community, with my tribe, I can incorporate an M3 strategy. Guys, you can't do it. You can't do it unless you're building a community. M3 is not going to work. And again, like I was starting to say, I got to get to this point, guys. Like I was starting to say, listen, I don't listen to those other marketers on Facebook, especially social media. These other marketers are in other companies. I will mention the companies, but I won't mention their names. Digital Altitude, Mobe, they'll get on there and they'll say stuff like, oh, like network marketing and it doesn't work. Oh, you got to sign people up. Like, oh my God. So that's a bad thing, working with people. You don't like people? It's just marketing ploys, guys. And I don't want you newer marketers falling for it. I listen to people that are really making money, not people that are posting screenshots that they borrowed from somebody else. I listen to real entrepreneurs, real ones, guys. Like, for example, Robert Kiyosaki. Incredible marketer, businessman, entrepreneur, real estate mogul, and network marketer. Oh, Robert Kiyosaki believes 100% in network marketing. Now, I will tell you, and then we're going to move on. I will tell you right here and now, I will listen to Robert Kiyosaki all day, any day, body on Facebook, any of those other marketers, any day, any time of the week. And so should you. And with that said, folks, with that said, guys, my outcome for tonight, which I've been pretty much talking about all night, my outcome for tonight, guys, was how to truly create an M3 lifestyle. How do you do it? And again, it's by multiplying your time, not somebody else's, multiplying your time through the efforts of others. And I've found something that fits the mold perfectly. All of you guys know this. I mentioned it before. And I've made it the core of my business. I need some water, guys. The cool part is this other MSI, which is now the core of my business. I love the 4%, by the way. This other business is going to feed my 4% business. It's going to make my 4% business grow even more. Listen, if you have a business, I don't care what you're doing, you have a business, okay? And then you're ready to add another MSI. They have to get along. They have to work together. They have to make sense. Now, guys, I have all kinds of strategies. Well, not all kinds. I have a few. Because people ask me, Miles, how are you able to bring in so many people? Whether it's the 4% or whether it's something else. And it's because I use all of the tools available. In other words, for example, people that I've introduced to the 4%, well, I've introduced them and I support them and they know me. So when I recommend something else, they're more inclined, not all of them, but a percentage, they're more inclined to do that thing based on my recommendation. And then that other thing, okay, that I might be doing, I'm bringing people in there. Maybe they don't even know I'm in the 4%. But guess what I will do? Because again, what is the 4%? You guys really know what it is? It's a training platform for online marketers to make you the best marketers in the world. So there's training, there's tools and everything you need to become a better marketer. And the better marketer you are, you'll be better at that other business, even if it really has nothing to do with the 4%. So what might I do? I might recommend that these people over here, if they want to increase their marketing skills, take a look at the 4% based on my recommendation. After all, I'm in the 4%. What else do you do, Miles? Well, I also do the 4%. People within the 4%. What do you do, Miles? Well, I also do this. And it's not about trying to sell stuff to people, folks. The stuff that I do, they enhance each other. They make the other better. You follow me? It's got to make sense, guys. It's got to be, Vic uses this term a lot, but it's got to be a real, true ecosystem. Folks, you don't just have to rely on the 4%. You can build your own ecosystem because, again, well, maybe I won't go there right now. I'll save that for another day. So, guys, we are called the M3 Lifestyle Team. Don't just let it turn into a buzzword. Think about why I adopted that name and what it means and how it can apply to your business, folks. Seriously. Now, a couple other things I want to cover with you guys. One second, guys. I'm surprised he didn't get back to me. It's let me just take a pause for a second, guys. Most of you know, I think the majority of you here, it's just been a crazy the last 2 weeks. Crazy. and I think most of you know what I'm talking about. So we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit. Before I go there, guys, I want to get back on track because we did miss a week. I don't think we missed 2 weeks, but we did miss a week. So I do want to remind you folks, because again, we've got to continue feeding our brains, besides planting the seeds. So all of you should know, unless it's your first time here, we do have a book club. Okay, M3L book club. And I think I missed a few weeks talking about it, but folks, if I mention it once during the month, okay, if I only mention it one time, that's really enough, okay, because it's one book per month. And I know, guys, I know we're already into October. It's the 18th. I don't even remember, guys. It's just been a crazy month. I don't remember if I gave you guys a book for October. I don't remember. But here's what I'm going to do, okay? Because I don't have my old notes. And it's been a while, guys. Maybe some of you remember. And I got 2 books on my desk. I read more. I don't just read like one book, actually. But I'm going to give you guys a book. And I'm going to be nice because the holidays are coming fast. I'm going to give you guys the book for October. And you know what? This is a perfect book. This will also be our book for November. So you got like a month and a half. This is our book for October through November. And in December, I'll change it. Okay? Now, I'm sure most of you have probably read this book. But see, here's the problem, guys. Seriously, here's the problem. Most people read books one time. Now, maybe it might be boring for some of you to read a book more than once. But again, if you read a book 6 months ago or a year ago, how much do you think you really remember? And not only that, not just remembering, how many of you are implementing things that you read in that book? I mean, you've actually incorporated those ideas, strategies into your business. Probably not many of you. So again, some of you might not have read this book, but if you have, you'll be like, oh, I read that already, Miles. You don't have to listen to me, okay? But I highly recommend you read it again if you've already read it. And here's the book, guys. It is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I've already started. I'm cheating. So that's the book, guys. Read that book. But guys, listen, don't just like read it to get done. Like, oh, wow, so it took me 2 weeks, I'm done. No, take your time. Read passages. Highlight. See this, guys? Hold on. Oh, I'm here. see where some, can you see that? Like I'll highlight, certain passages, underline things. Do that. See, this is what we need to start doing, guys. And this is why, a month may not even be enough. But, let's good. Guys, if you are reading 12 books a year, you are way ahead of the general population. You're like in the top 2%. So what I recommend you folks do is not just read it, but study it. You'll read something, maybe it doesn't quite make sense. Read the paragraph again and study it. Think about, okay, so how could I implement that in my business? See, guys, no speed reading. Just take your time, soak up the information, devour it, and maybe take a paragraph or an idea and try implementing it in your business this week. This is a powerful book, guys. And those of you that have recently joined our new team, has to deal with wealth, okay? You folks really need to read this book. You folks really need to read this book. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry, Adrian. I'm looking at the comment. It's Start With Why. Simon Sinek. Okay. Simon Sinek. Okay? Oh, by the way, folks, I've already read it. Probably, I don't know, 8 months ago. So I'm reading it again. And by the way, those of you that did read it, you think you know so much, I should test you. I'll give you a test, okay? No, I'm just kidding, guys. Let's move on. let's move on because we're coming to a close, actually. I want to ask you guys some questions. These questions, folks, are important. They deal with the 4%, and they deal with the new business a lot of you have started. Okay, here's a question, folks, I've been pondering. So I kind of went back and forth with this. So I want to get your opinion, guys. We're a team here. Your opinion matters to me. I want to get your opinion, okay? And I can't say we're really taking a poll because not everybody's here. I can see that. There's, you know, I don't care if there's one person here or 100. Doesn't to me, it's all the same. I'm going to do my best and give my all if there's just one person here. And I know a lot of you are watching the recording. I understand, especially it's an off night. And so where are my questions? So guys, you know me, I'm all about team building, community, using leverage. I'm all about that, guys. So, and I have several Facebook groups, a few, okay. And I am getting rid of some of them. I want things to be much more manageable. I'm going to consolidate. Like I think we have a 4%, not think, I know, a 4% lifetime Facebook group. Going to be getting rid of that. I think another one I gotten rid of. I'm going to keep the training one because I don't have a membership site. Well, maybe I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll get rid of the training one too because I have a YouTube channel and I can just put all the training videos on there. And yeah, I mean, it's fine. YouTube is public, but hoarding information, even though these Hangouts are private for us, but if I can help somebody else out, I'll do that. But at the same time, we need to get people to take action. So my thoughts for a team, I know my Facebook groups like the back of my hand, but of course, you know, you guys just probably get confused. Like, you know, Miles has so many. So we have our general, okay. And you know what, guys, I'm going to do something because I know you folks are probably tired of looking at me. So hold on, team. Where is everything? So much stuff open, guys. It's just crazy. Let's see here. Much stuff open. Okay. So, team. I'll find it eventually. So, team, you know we have a main M3 Lifestyle Facebook group. Okay, just in case anybody didn't know, this Facebook group, Miles Seeger's M3 Lifestyle Team, that is our main Facebook group. I think most of you know that. That's like the main one. Everything else stems from that. That's the main one. Okay? And what I was thinking, folks, is what I was thinking down here. What I was thinking is, so we're adding these additional strategically, very carefully, and done with purpose, not just haphazardly. But for example, we've added another MSI. Most of us have. And it's called Wealth Generators. I think many of you have heard about it. So what I've been doing is people that I've referred to Wealth Generators as a bonus, basically. I didn't really tell them it was a bonus. Some I did, but as a bonus, I said, listen, you can also become part of our M3 Lifestyle team in general, not just our Wealth Creators team. So, you know, you'll have access to, you know, Hangouts like this, any trainings I do. You know, so in other words, they can become part of this Facebook group, which is the closed group. I've been adding them. And then at one point, I remember, guys, I don't forget, I remember telling you folks that those of you on my WG team, that if you're bringing in people, you can add them. And then I changed. And there is a post here, guys. I know some of you might not have read it, but there is a post here that says, well, I'm not going to do that. I want to keep things streamlined. You know, you guys are building your own 4% team. So, you know, just add them to your Facebook group. Let's keep the lines, you know, separate. But then I thought about it more, and I thought to myself, okay, what are we really doing here? What am I really doing here? What am I trying to do? And then my brother Mark mentioned it to me today. He asked me that question. You know, I was already thinking about it, Mark, but then he asked me that question. I thought to myself, okay. Not just the fact that we want to use leverage, and, you know, you could possibly use it as an added incentive to get people to join you. Hey, you know, you'll become a part of Miles Seeger's MD Lifestyle team. You'll get access to his trainings, you know, if you want to. You don't have to, guys. You don't got to mention me at all. But if you want to like use that as leverage, you know, you could certainly do that. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm a human being. I can change my mind. Okay. So what I was thinking, guys, I was thinking, listen, we're all a team here. I don't care what it is, as long as it's under the M3 Lifestyle umbrella. What's under that umbrella, guys? Well, I'll tell you, okay? What's under that umbrella is the 4%, Enagic, yes, Enagic. And for some of you thinking, wow, has Miles gotten away from Enagic? He hasn't mentioned it. No, folks, we have not gotten away from Enagic. But here's something I know. And you know what, folks? When I open up this Hangout, this was going to be my first question. So I will ask you now. How many of you need money, income to build your business, to drive traffic, to pay for your tools, the stuff that you need to grow a business? How many of you need cash flow to build your business? All of you. How many of you need money to drive traffic, Facebook ads, to attract people to your Enagic business? Because it is a high-ticket item, guys. It is. Incredible product, incredible company. But listen, Sonia and I, and guys, hey, we're a family here, so I'll never say something to brag, guys. We're just talking. It's like you're sitting in my living room. We're just talking. I need to say some things to get a point across. Sonia and I, we could build our Enagic business all day. We have the money to drive traffic. We've been blessed. We don't take it for granted. We know where it comes from. But we have the money to buy as much traffic as we want. But here we go again. We'll be bringing in people to Enagic. You guys will be doing your best. But some of you, you don't have the budget to drive the type of traffic you need to build your Enagic business. Now, yes, you can get on social media. You can talk to people. You can share the order. Do all that. But that takes time. And are you doing it? So no, Enagic's not on the back burner. I don't want to do what the other marketers have been doing and keep doing. I want to position you folks better. I want to get some, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to get you folks in a position where you can afford to do the things that you need to do to build your business. So trust me, Enagic hasn't went anywhere. It's under the umbrella. But guess what? Also, Wealth Generates. And if you folks are not part of it, okay, fine. You're not part of it yet. But that is under our umbrella also. So, and I love it because something about threes I love. Something about threes. Those of you in Wealth Generators, you know what I'm talking about. Something about threes I love. So we have those three MSIs. 4%, Enagic, and Wealth Generators underneath the M3 Lifestyle umbrella. And Wealth Generators has become my core. I've already told you that. So I started thinking to myself, okay, let's do this. Let's build up this Facebook group. Let's share as much as we can. Listen, I don't know how I was even thinking the way I was thinking before. How could I think that? Fact team, I apologize for thinking that way. I want to do everything, and I should have a camera on so you guys can see I'm looking right in your eye. I want to do everything in my power to help you guys because God has blessed me immensely. And I want to give back and I want to do more. So I want to help you guys as much as I can, whatever it takes. So if by allowing your Enagic members, those of you have a little Enagic team, allowing those people to become part of our general M3 Lifestyle team, access to our Hangouts, in this group, networking, those of you and wealth generators, allowing those people to become actually really part of the M3 lifestyle team. You know, if you want to invite them here. Again, some of you might be just building on your own. You don't want them here. That's fine. But those of you that do, they're welcome. They're welcome. Bring them here. Because I don't know about you, but I love the 4%. I love Enagic. I love wealth generators. But my real business, my umbrella is the M3 lifestyle / Team Seegers. Everything else is underneath of that. So I don't know, guys. I guess I kind of answered it for you. I wanted to take a survey. Who feels that we should just allow, you know, if they're part of one of our MSIs, somebody on your team, not mine, somebody you referred to wealth generators, somebody you referred to Enagic, we should invite them with open arms to our Facebook group, our trainings, give them all we can give them to help them succeed. Who thinks we should do that? I'm going to unshare my screen. Where's my unshare? Oh, here it is. Ooh, almost stopped the broadcast. Stop sharing. Okay, let me take a look at the comments. Who thinks we should allow everybody in? I do. I do. What do you stand for? What do you stand against? Vic taught me this back in 2013 in Hawaii. As a marketer, as a person, what do you stand for? What do you stand? What won't you tolerate? Guys, listen, there's things I won't tolerate. One is definitely negativity. I won't tolerate it. You know, but what do you stand for? Well, I stand for the masses of people that jump online. And you know what, folks? They have families. Some of these marketers don't see that. They have families. They got kids, wife, husband. They're paying the cable bill late to pay for their autoresponder. You follow me? They're paying the electric bill late. Late, guys. To pay for their landing page builder. There's people doing those things, borrowing money. And I'm tired of seeing that, hearing about it. Now, I cannot change the world. I'm not kidding. I mean, you can't either. But what can we change? See, this is my sandbox. This is my playground. This is my universe. You come into anybody that comes into my universe, I can help you. I can help those people change. I can help some. There's some spillover. Okay, network marketing term. There's some spillover. I can help some people that are not part of what we're doing. But I know I can help the people that are in here if I can put people on the right path. And you know what? Excuse me a second, guys. Okay. I don't know. So anyway, it's settled. That's what we're going to do. And the beautiful part is, guys, like, I only wanted serious people in our Facebook group. I didn't want no free type of freebie people or just looky looks. And you got 10,000 members, 30,000 members that aren't doing squat. I have no time for that. But I know that if somebody's joined your Enagic team, they join your Wealth Generators team, they are serious people that want to change their lives. Those people have real lives. Let's help them. Why does anybody jump online? Why does anybody want to start an online business? To make money. Let's help those people do it. Guys, it's really not that difficult. If you put people into the right program, a program that, not where they can't fail, because failure is a choice, guys. I'm not going to say a program where they can't fail, a program that works. If they're willing to work it, it works. Simple as that. I'm going to tell you something, team, before we get ready to close. I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to keep telling you. And you know what? You know what? If you get sick of hearing me saying this, you don't have to attend these hangouts. Seriously, guys, we're all adults. Why pull punches? You don't have to attend these hangouts. Simple as that. I still appreciate you. You know, I still value you as a team member, but you don't have to attend. And what I'm going to keep telling you, I'm going to keep telling you this probably almost every week because, guys, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And I truly believe what we're doing now can finally help people break through. Finally. Because, you know, I know that people will be able to break through even if they're not doing much. Now, that's not an excuse to be lazy. But even if you're not doing much, you'll still break through. But I believe when you start seeing those results, when those checks start coming, all of a sudden, your motivation will rise. Your confidence level will rise. You'll be like, Miles, I used to be afraid of doing videos. Where's the camera? Seriously. Hey, folks, money can change things. It can change things in a bad way. It can change things in a good way. Let's put it to good use, guys. So what I'm going to keep telling you, folks, and reminding you, and folks, I know there's a cost. If cost is your barrier, then that's the only reason why you should not do what I'm getting ready to tell you to do. Maybe you can't do it this month. Maybe you can do it in November. Maybe you can do it in December. But all of you folks, at least, because see, folks, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because I believe in the M3 lifestyle. I believe in Bob Proctor's M3 strategy. I have not found anything that matches that strategy better than wealth generators. And I'm telling you, folks, every single team member, how many team members like do I have? I don't know. I mean, paid for percenters. 100 and something. A lot of them are not here. Maybe they're inactive, whatever. I think at one time, how many did I? Well, I'm sorry, guys. I can tell you. How many? You guys probably want to know, too. Of course you want to know. How many paid members? Because I stopped. I don't run much paid traffic to the 4%. I'm always promoting, but I don't run a lot of paid traffic. Again, I love Vic. I love you, brother. But, you know, there's things that need to get done. And I'm kind of waiting till, for me anyway, till it's like at a point where I feel more confident introducing more people. But that doesn't mean you guys shouldn't be promoting. That's one of my questions too. Where's my and we are going to be finishing up, team. I want to be done in 90 minutes. Vic is real okay. So as of today, folks, I have 235 paid members. 235. That means, okay, that means technically I should have 235 referrals to wealth generators, which I don't, because I believe all of you. One day you'll realize, folks, that some marketers, some mentors, somebody that you really trust, that you really believe in, that they may recommend something to you. And at the time, you don't understand. You don't know how it can help you. You're like, why do I got to do that? But you'll get to the point someday where you'll be like, you know what, even though I don't understand it, even though I don't know why I should do that, but because Miles is recommending it, because Vic is recommending it, or Randy's recommending it, and I look up to these people, they're my quote mentors, I'll do it. Shoot first, ask questions later, because they would not steer me in the wrong direction. I may not see it right now, but they're telling me something for my own good. Because again, those of you that have not joined Wealth Generators yet, if you haven't joined because you can't afford the $279 entrance fee, guys, I understand that. I will not get on your case. I've been there. I mean, if it was me, I'd be a little crafty, maybe borrow it and get the money from an internet loan, whatever. That's me, guys, and I've done those things 5 years ago. But you do what you're comfortable with. Now, other than the group that just doesn't have $300, $279, every single one of you should be part of Wealth Generators. Why? Okay, let's say you're part of Digital Altitude. Some of you, you know who you are. Let's say you're part of some $7 thing or some forex trading, or you're dabbing into crypto, or you've joined Justin's crypto team. He's got millions of members. Whatever you're doing, if what you're doing, that business that you're doing, that other thing you're doing, whatever it is, if that thing cannot cover all your monthly bills without a day job or night, if that thing can't cover all your, like if you lost your job right now, if that thing can't cover all of your monthly living expenses and bills, you need to become a member of Wealth Generators, because there's nothing out there, nothing that once you refer 3 people, not hundreds of people into the 4%, that hopefully will keep paying, $22 from each person. There's no way you're going to survive. There's no way. 3 people. And if you get lazy after those 3 people, guess what? Because of the way the platform and system is designed, your business will still grow. But again, you're the M3 Lifestyle team. Why would you stop at 3? Why would you stop at 3? Listen, what if you're part of an organization? And folks, let me be very clear. Let me be ultra clear. Wealth Generators is not a pyramid scheme at all. Do you know of? I know I'm talking to the choir. What pyramid scheme do you know of? You create so much volume, we call it group volume, where, and there's also something called breakage, it spills over into your organization. And you've been on vacation for the last month doing nothing, and it's spilling over. And wait a minute, isn't a pyramid when it starts up here, everybody makes money up here, and all these people down here, they don't make any money. But here you are, here somewhere, okay, and certain people below you are building, because we just can't help ourselves. They're below you building, they're above you building. You know what? Our front line, okay, the way it's designed, I could have 3 people on my front line. I could have 10. We call those legs, guys. I don't want too many because it's unmanageable. I mean, at this point, I'm just going to start with 3. I could increase it to 6 or 7 legs, but guys, I'm going to start with 3. So I'm going to have 3 main people under right now. One of them is my wife, of course, but I'm going to have 3 people under me. Now, here's the thing. I need to place people under them. And then the people under them, I'm going to place people under. Why? Because here's the thing. Because maybe I would if I could, but I can't put everybody in my front line. In other words, my volume, my personal, this is a perfect way to say it. Personal volume is going to spill over. It's already spilling over. It's got to go somewhere. And it's going to go to the people that are in my organization. Oh, and then the people that are in Randy's. I know some of you don't know who I'm talking about, Randy Strum. Randy has 3 people on his front line. He has 3 people on his front line and everybody else. I've been blessed to be one of those 3. But here's the thing. Ridiculous spillover. That group volume, Randy's personal volume, has got to go somewhere. And it's going to turn into group volume. It's nice that somebody on the M3 Lifestyle team is part of one of Randy's top 3 front line. Because you know what? That person might just suggest, see, Randy's going to be debating, what should I do with all my volume? These hundreds of people, I'm bringing in thousands. What should I do with them? And then somebody in his front line, one of his, Randy, my team is working really hard, doing extremely well. I really think, Rainey, that you should some of that group volume over here. Yeah, they're running organic traffic, but they're working their butt off. They're working their butt off. As a matter of fact, they are starting to run paid traffic now because they're actually getting a monthly income consistent. Blank is getting $500 a month consistently. Blank is getting $1,000 a month consistently, and they are allocating a portion of that to advertising. Tell me what other company, program, I don't care what you're doing, Bitcoin, tell me if they're doing that for you. I'll wait. Not too long. All I'm telling you folks is, and I just gave you a tip of the iceberg. Again, what is wealth generators? They're products, guys. They're products. They are products, okay? We have software that basically helps you how, for lack of better words, guys, how to manage your money, how to actually allocate your money, how to find, lo and behold, find money in places you didn't even know you had, how to grow that money. And most important, in my opinion, I don't think it should be third. It should be number one. Most important, how to keep that money, how to keep it. Very important, guys. So we have real products, guys, real training. We're not just signing people to sign people up. In fact, you could just become a customer. And you know what? If you do decide to become just a customer, I still benefit. We all still make money, guys. And again, because you are paying for a monthly subscription. What are we doing with wealth generators? One of the main things we do, guys, we sell stuff. What do we sell? We sell subscriptions. Subscriptions are not free. Guys, it could be magazines. How many of you have, well, most people don't probably buy magazines anymore with the internet, but hey, is selling magazines a pyramid scheme? What if you took a group of people, all right, and the company that's the publisher that's creating these magazines allowed people, other people, affiliates, distributors to help them sell their magazines, and they get paid for it? Is that a pyramid scheme? No, it's not. So again, I'm telling you folks, and I'm going to remind you every single week. Maybe I might miss some weeks, I forget. But I'm telling you folks, all of you should join Wealth Generators. Why? Because I'll tell you folks, from the beginning, even if you don't do it, I can help you do it. I'm not going to go into the details. That's not what this is about. Most of you probably saw my presentation last night. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think, unless you're just blowing it up in digital altitude and you're the Bitcoin queen, other than that, I think that $500 per month extra could help you. I think so. And then, you know, because the price point on Wealth Generators, becoming a member, a distributor, Wealth Generator, the price point is just so right. $279. Just about everybody can afford it. So it's an easy sale, guys. It really is, especially if you put it in front of the right audience. So to refer 27 people on your own, you can do that, team. But all you really need is 3. You don't need to refer. Let's say you have 3. You don't need to refer those other 24 people. Okay, you follow me? They can come from somewhere in the organization or spillover. And what I'm saying, guys, when you hit 27, let's just stop there. I'm not going to go all the way to the comp plan. Let's just stop there. 27. Folks, this is killer, because I know for a fact, I know them because they message me. I talk to them when I have time. I know people inside the 4% that have 27 paid members, over 27. Some of them have 30. That's not a big feat. And I'm just taking on my calculator, guys, for giggles. I got to do it. I have to do it. 27 times, I'll round it off to 23. I'll be nice. $621 if they're all paying. And I better not go there. I'm just going to say the lifespan for most 4%ers is not that long, so you got to keep bringing them in. But so if they were all paying, that's like $600 with wealth generators. Okay, and the way it's designed, and people don't quit in wealth generators because listen, it's easy to get to 3, and once you get to 3, guess what? It's $199 a month, guys. But when you refer 3 people, you have no monthly payment. And so think about it. Wait a minute. The products are helping you earn more money, grow your money. You don't have a monthly payment. You will never cancel your subscription. Ever. So that means those 27 people that you didn't even refer, they'll never cancel. They'll never quit. What does that mean? That means that you will earn a consistent $1,000 every month. So you know what you do? You know what you do? You just say, okay, whatever I'm making, I'm a secretary, I work at an office, I work at a real estate office, I am a nurse, whatever. I make 60 grand a year. Let me just tackle on $12,000. You just got a $12,000 raise. You were making 60 grand, now you're making 72. And you don't have to worry about, well, what about if they cancel? I'm used to getting 1,000. They're not going to cancel. Why? Because we as a group, as a team, we are going to make sure, okay, that they find their 3 people. And then you are going to make sure that they find their 3 people. And they find their 3 people. Some people ask questions. I got to move on, guys. Some people ask questions like, Miles, wait a minute. If everybody's paid for it, you don't understand, guys. People are coming in at different times because they're like, where's the money come from? Okay? They don't want to believe. They're like, it's too good to be true. Wait, guys, if you're listening and you're smart, you know where the money comes from. Didn't I just say about 10 minutes ago, not everybody's a distributor. There's a lot of advanced traders, investors doing Forex, binary options. They don't want to be affiliates. They don't want to be distributors. These guys are knocking down 7 figures a month, some of them. They don't want to be a distributor. What are they? They're customers, and they're paying $199 a month, every month, because they didn't refer 3. They don't want to. They don't need to. They're just using our technology. If you are not, and guys, again, I know, because to you, it's like, oh, it's just another thing. It's just another program. I spent so much money over here. That didn't work. Miles is just recommending another thing. It's just like all the rest. No, it's not. And you know what? Those of you procrastinating, you're going to see that it's not. Because as our members start getting qualified, and they're starting, and when our members are earning $500 a month, 1,000, 2,000, I'm up to 2,000 already, by the way. Thank you. 9,000, 15,000. All of a sudden, you'll come running. You'll be blowing up my phone, my Facebook inbox. And you know what, folks? There's people doing that now because they see it. They understand. They've taken the time to really listen to the presentation. They know this will work. My phone, and guys, folks, team, you might have noticed that's another reason I haven't been that active on social media. Guys, I don't have time. I don't have time. I appreciate all of you. I really don't have time to like your posts or to comment. I really don't. I'm that busy. And that's good for you. Because the busier I am, the more spillover you're going to get. Okay. So anyway, folks, man, I'm fired up. I'm starting to sound like Michael Gardner. Big shout out to Big Mike. I'm fired up. I shouldn't have got too fired up because we got just a few more things to cover, guys. I'm going to let you go because it is getting late, guys. I know. So real quick. So I do need to ask you these questions. I want to give you guys some success tips before we go. Okay? I want to give you guys some success tips before we go. Yep, Mark, already free, baby. I know. I know. I'm on a mission, folks. I'm on a mission to prove that I can create a community, a group of people, and every one of them is earning money. Not 22 bucks here and there. Every one of them is earning money that can pay their bills. Talk about a story. Okay? Talk about a story to create. Anyway, guys, so here's my questions. How many of you are still actively promoting the 4%? Success tip number 1. They're questions, but they're success tips. How many of you? And you know what, guys? You don't even need to comment. You know, if you want to comment, fine. You can keep it in your head. You don't have to comment. You and I know. I just want you to think about that. How many of you have an active ClickFunnels account? That's success tip number 2. How many of you have an active ClickMagick account? Success tip number 3. And here comes number 4. How many of you are doing at least one Facebook Live per week? How many of you have your own, am I going too fast? How many of you have your own YouTube channel? If I'm going too fast, you can watch the recording. And I was going to demo creating a YouTube channel right in front of you. So maybe I'll do that next week. Because there's some people don't know how to do it. And how many of you have opened an ad roll account? Success tip number 6, I believe. Those are 6 success tips that you should be implementing in your business, part of your business. You should be actively still promoting the 4%. Because, guys, when you bring people through the 4% door, guess what? Those of you part of WG, you can introduce people, you can recommend WG to them. And yes, they just spent money to join the 4%, but guess what? They're going to get that money back. All the others, you should know why I'm recommending them. If you have a ClickFunnels account and it's not activated, you need to activate it. Oh, Miles, I had to cancel it because I couldn't afford it. Become part of Wealth Generators, and you'll be able to afford those tools that you're canceling. Do you see how this all intersects, guys? Do you see why I'm recommending Wealth Generators to my 4% team? Does it make sense now? Does it make sense why you should be doing Facebook Lives? At least one a week, getting yourself out there. We'll leave it there, guys. We'll leave it there because, of course, we went over again. And you know what? There's one last thing that I do want to mention. We were going to talk a little more about Joel Osteen, and we were going to talk about building trust and desire and how it's built on stories. We were going to talk about results in advance. You know, and the escape and arrival. McCoy, if you're still here, that's what I was going to relate to you. That, in other words, where you are right now in your business, wherever you are in your business, your life, as a marketer, as a business person, what you're looking to do, and this doesn't mean that where you are is bad. Doesn't mean it's bad. But where you are right now, you are looking to escape from that, and you're looking to arrive somewhere else. You follow me? Maybe it's your monthly income, whatever it is. You want to escape from that, and you want to arrive at a different level. That is what we should be sharing with our lists, our followers. In other words, as marketers, we don't have to actually get them there up front, but we want to demonstrate to them how they can escape their current situation and then what they need to do to arrive over here. And I'll tell you something, folks, as far as I'm concerned, Wealth Generators is a perfect example of showing a person how they can escape from their current situation and the path that they need to follow to arrive at that place that they want to be. And then we're also going to talk about a hero, going back to the hero, attractive character or hero. We were going to talk about the hero's struggle and arrival. And I'm not getting off on another subject, guys. We're done. Give me like 60 seconds. Because those of you that are having some difficulty right now, you're struggling, don't be like those other people on social media going on there posting, saying that they're struggling, they had a bad day, and they're complaining. Never, ever do that. Never share your struggles with the world until you've overcame them. And I know Vic talks about that all the time. I talk about it. Sonia and I, we did that. And that's just my personality. I will not share what I'm going through, or back in 2012 when I was having financial problems, go on Facebook, oh, I can't pay my bill, I'm broke. Oh, this program ripped me off. Oh, I just lost five. And guys, I just lost, well, I invested, but it didn't amount to much. $5,000 with a program back in 2012, money I didn't have, didn't even tell Sonia about it. And I didn't get nothing out of that program. I could have went on Facebook talking about the guru. Everybody knows who he is. Well, some of you may not know. You got to be like, a real hardcore marketer, but he's got a big name. And I could have said, oh, I went to his house for training. It was a ripoff. And I didn't do that. In fact, I never mentioned his name I never mentioned it ever. But I talked about basically losing that $5,000 after I overcame it. I talked about losing that $5,000 after I made $15,000 my first 3 weeks, okay, when I joined a different program. So again, maybe we'll get into it next week, talking about a hero's, and guys, from the beginning, you're a hero's struggle and their arrival. There's a hero that she may not be here now. Maybe she might have been here. I'm not sure. Look at the comments. She's in a different time zone, but we have a hero here, and she will, there's women heroes, guys, and she'll be able to talk about, now she can talk about her struggle because she's arrived. Okay. And she's still growing. So I want to give a shout out to Michelle Chavez because, Michelle has been through a lot of stuff. She has, financially and whatever, but you never hear Michelle complaining about it. I've never saw Michelle post on social media or anywhere talking about the struggle she had. But now, okay, because she's arrived, she can share those struggles with other people and show them how, what, it's not that bad as you think. Look, I was here and I was able to get out of that situation. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. So I want to give a shout out to Michelle. I'm not sure if Michelle's here or not, but she's not. She'll be watching the recording. Oh, she is here. Okay. So we'll talk more about that, guys. Folks, that's real marketing. That's real marketing. And I can prove it to you, team, in 30 seconds. Because if you go out and pay a copywriter to write you the best copy, and you go to, I don't even use them, but you go to one of these services that will create you a landing page, like $300-$400 for this incredible landing page, the colors mesh. And then you go, okay, and you market to your list or social media, wherever. You may see a little bit of increase, but unless you are focusing on the stuff that I've been talking about for almost an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, unless you do that, you are never going to see the results that you want to get. And you know what? You know what, guys? The beautiful thing about wealth generators, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to subliminally put it in your mind. The beautiful thing about wealth generators is Randy Shrum, who's a genius. Everything I'm talking about, Randy's mastered that stuff. Believe it or not, I'm still learning. I wouldn't say I'm a master of it, but I'm pretty good at it. So we are going to attract people. And it's not just me and Randy. There's other people on Randy's team. We are going to attract people using subconscious selling. We're going to attract a lot of people. The only problem is, it's a good problem, but the only problem is we have a bucket. And when that bucket metaphorically fills, the water fills to the brim, the bucket water, think of people as liquid water. When it fills and spills over, that spillover has got to go somewhere. So again, back to Bob Proctor, back to what Wealth Generators teaches, use leverage. leverage the efforts and time of other people. Who says that you have to only leverage the time of people below you? People that are, quote, on your team. Who says that you only have to leverage them? Think out of the box, guys. What about leveraging people that are above you? That's all I have to say for tonight, guys. I'm done. All right, team, listen, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Tell those folks that, you know, they're not going to find training like this anywhere, except on the M3 Lifestyle team, guys. And again, folks, all of the stuff I talk about, guys, I'm not just winging it. This is stuff that I've learned from my mentors, Bob Proctor, Frank Kern. I spent thousands and thousands, multiple thousands of dollars learning from Frank Kern. And I'm here to share all of it with you, hour and a half or so, for free, because you're part of our community and you're part of our family. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to see if I haven't missed anything. I'm going to go, guys. Team, have a great night. I just feel like there was something I had to tell you guys. It's probably about wealth generators. And, you know, folks, we will have separate masterminds and trainings for wealth generators. Separate, okay? So, and yes, we will have one. It's got to be soon, guys. We're on fire. But there's just only so many hours in a day, okay? It's got to be soon. So, maybe within the next couple of days, whatever. I mean, I'm just as anxious as you guys to get. We got team. We really need to get together. Wealth creation. We really do. And Eugene, if you're listening, yes, I've gotten your message, brother. I'm way ahead of you. I was looking at the event like 2 weeks ago. I'm going to see, you know, who wants to go. We'll figure it out. There's no rush. Okay. So I'm working on it. Okay. All right, team. Miles Seegers, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys as always. And appreciate you being here. Appreciate you giving me a chance to, you know, share what I know with you guys. So I'm just going to kind of make it quick because I've definitely went over. Where does the time go? That's exactly why we need to implement the M3 strategy, so we can leverage other people and we can leverage their time also. So, folks, have a great night. Miles Seegers for the M3 Lifestyle team. And I will see you, team. I will see you folks next week. And I will see you folks at the top. Take care, guys.